What could make a man drop down and cry like Tyrese Gibson when he was pouring his heart out, asking, "What more do you want from me?" It could take a woman scorned, or simply just a trifling woman hell-bent on bringing pain. Johnny Depp was on his way to crying in front of the world, but the truth has seemed to come out. So, in this case, we'll show you how Amber Heard's lies almost led Johnny Depp to losing his career. Before we get into the video, give us a thumbs up as it helps us out a lot. Like, share, and subscribe with the notification bell for future celebrity drama. These days, it isn't difficult to imagine how this incident had Amber Heard becoming a known figure for the women's movement. But for Depp, he was basically castrated by mobs of people who were going to have the fall of his career for dinner. The accusations that Johnny Depp faced of being brutally abusive outright angered millions before they could even hear the other half of the story. But with the exposure of leaks of evidence against Amber Heard on the internet, the tables have turned. The truth has come out, and there are several credible people willing to swear on Johnny Depp's behalf. Now, the unfolding of Amber's blatant lies and abuses have upset the vocal social media mob and has switched in supporting Johnny, raising awareness for abused men. But before the truth had time to wake up and put on its shoes, lies about Depp had already spread globally. Now it's time for you to hear about some of those lies and bear witness to true friends that told the truth. David Yates. She said he was physically abusive. If he were actually guilty of beating his wife, how many years in prison do you think he'd get? Well, when Johnny Depp was first revealed to play Gellert Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, director David Yates was the first person to come to the line of defense for Depp. In his interview with Entertainment Weekly, Yates made his side clear and explained, quote, "With Johnny, it seems to me there was one person who took a pop at him and claimed something. I can only tell you about the man I see every day. He's full of decency and kindness, and that's all I see. Whatever accusations was out there doesn't tally with the kind of human being I've been working with." End quote. This coming from a close colleague should be credible enough to actually hear the other side of the story. However, his statement sparked anger in the media, and he was slammed for belittling Amber's experiences of abuse. Media still accused Depp of being a wife beater. Doug Stanhope. The people that know more of the truth behind the issue of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are none other than the friends and people close to them. And that's why Doug Stanhope, a close friend of Depp, shocked the media. Stanhope, with his column that explicitly described the happenings before Amber Heard's domestic abuse allegations exploded in the news. In his column, with a twist of humor and seriousness, he narrated how Amber had shown manipulative and toxic tendencies, and even threatened to ruin Depp's career. This set the motive for certain lies to be thrown, as the intent was there. Heard responded by filing a defamation lawsuit against the comedian. But once she reached an out-of-the-court $7 million settlement with her ex-husband, she no longer pursued the case. Robert Downey Jr. Among many other credible sources on our list, we have none other than the famed and loved Robert Downey Jr. With Depp's recent court appearances, and as more shocking information about him was released, the media has speculated the end of his career. He had already been shunned from his roles in certain movies, but this does not stop Robert Downey Jr. in showing support as he allegedly offered Depp a role in his upcoming Sherlock Holmes movie. On top of that, he even told Express that there's nobody he admires more than Depp. In case you didn't know, Robert Downey Jr. is also one of those actors who rose from ashes, as Downey struggled through substance addiction. Before his comeback, Downey was still one of the finest young talents in the industry. But then, the phase of succumbing to his personal demons overwhelmed him, and he became addicted to drugs. At that time, his career was lying in tatters after a series of highly published and his friend. He was willing to stake his career on Johnny Depp. Now that's a deed of a true friend. And one was the singer Sia. She expressed her sentiments by tweeting, quote, "Just showing my public support for Johnny Depp. I mean, I'd love him to get clean and stop with the jewelry, but he's clearly the victim after hearing those tapes." End quote. The singer didn't stop there. She also slammed Amber Heard and her ex-husband Elon Musk on Twitter. Quote, "Also, Elon Musk didn't give her the same $7 million she donated from her settlement." End quote. This was followed with another tweet that read, quote, "She still came out $7 million richer. Why are you protecting her? She'll never get the help she needs if we all stay silent." End quote. Yikes. She really didn't hold back with her tweets right there. So it kind of seemed like Sia was accusing Heard of being more of a gold digger than an honest person. Penelope Cruz. Another female who stepped up for Johnny was Penelope Cruz. With her extensive history that stretches back to the beginning of their careers, there's no doubt that Penelope can truly attest to Depp's true character, as their friendship runs as deep as the Disney movie Pirates of the Caribbean. In her testimony, she said that she saw Johnny in various situations, but he never failed to show kindness. She further said that he's one of the most generous people she knows. Even her husband strongly expressed how they feel lucky to have Johnny Depp in their lives. These comments came as a whole heap of truth started to overwhelm the Amber Heard accusations. Lily Rose Depp. Now, if anyone could testify, it would surely be Lily Rose Depp, the daughter of Johnny Depp. Lily Rose rushed to her father's side amidst the furious torches thrown by the public, and she debunked them by telling the world that her father was innocent. In her social media account, she said, quote, "My dad is the sweetest, most loving person I know. He's been nothing but a wonderful father to my little brother and I. And everyone who knows him would say the same," end quote. On top of that, she went on sharing screenshots of an article showing that the LAPD officers could not find evidence of abuse and the scene where the incident occurred. So regardless of what we heard from Amber Heard, Lily Rose Depp had some receipts for the truth. Winona Ryder. Do you think your ex-fiancé could vouch for you? Winona Ryder, who's the ex-fiancé of Johnny Depp, fought by signing a legal statement against Heard's charges. She said that these allegations were beyond the patterns of Depp's behavior that she knew of, thus impossible to believe. In her defense, Winona claimed that she was in disbelief since it was unlikely for him to abuse Heard, as she had never been abused or even had the speculation that he would abuse her. Although Ryder was willing and ready to go up to bat in court for Depp, her appearance in court was canceled after the court was told that Depp's assertion that he didn't hit previous partners was no longer being challenged. Now, if you've ever heard an ex-girlfriend, let alone an ex-fiancé, would she be able to serve you justice by telling the truth of your character? Vanessa Paradis. Another person who's willing to have a sworn signed testimony in the court of law for Depp was his ex-wife. With every lie about Depp that came out, it seems that another credible source is willing to swear in court of the opposite. Vanessa Paradis was about to testify that Johnny Depp is, quote, "a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father," end quote. She strongly vouched for Depp and would truly know, as she was married to him for 14 years. And it must speak volumes to the true character of Johnny Depp, since his ex-wife and ex-fiancé were willing to undergo the scrutiny just to tell the truth about Depp. At this point, Amber Heard's lies fell apart. Eventually, Amber Heard's parents corresponded with Johnny and said they actually believed that he did not commit the crimes that their own daughter accused him of. And these are the many people who countered the lies of Amber Heard, who was on the verge of ending Johnny Depp's career. Leave your comments and tidbits in the comments section below. Give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, then hit that notification bell for future inside gossip and celebrity drama. Until next time.